Well, some light is being shed tonight on the secret surrounding a public park in a wealthy Seattle neighborhood.
Late last year, an anonymous donor offered to pay for a new playground at Denny Blaine Park, which critics say threatened an historically queer nude beach there. Now, local radio station KUOW has exposed the name of the donor, a prominent Seattle businessman and philanthropist.
King 5's Erica Zuko joins us now with what we know at this point. Erica?
Well, Greg and Jessica, KUOW is reporting that the anonymous donor is Seattle business mogul Stuart Sloan, the owner of University Village and one of the biggest donors ever to the Fred Hutch Cancer Research Center. The city confirms he met with officials, but has not confirmed he was the donor or how many others were willing to pitch in. Friends of Denny Blaine, a group of parkgoers and supporters, says this space has long been used as a nudist beach and LGBTQ community hub.
I have made so many friends here. I've watched people fall in love here. I've opened and closed so many summers here. It is a little bit of magic.
But some neighbors say as activity increased, so have problems. They formed the group Denny Blaine Park for All to address concerns.
They want it to be safe. They want it to be comfortable. They want it to be for everybody. And they're not okay with lewd behavior that happens down here on a regular basis, and they're not okay with the congestion.
Last fall, the city announced a plan to increase access for families by adding a $550,000 play area and said an anonymous donor offered to pay for it.
Where we can feel safe, where we can feel heard.
That drew criticism and packed public meetings with park users saying the move was meant to drive them out.
Well, I can't really talk about it a whole lot because it's anonymous.
Now KUOW is reporting the offer came from Seattle business mogul Stuart Sloan. Mayor Bruce Harrell's office confirms he met with Sloan twice in the last 2 years to hear concerns about trash, graffiti, parking, and access for families. Seattle Parks and Recreation says they met with multiple people, including Sloan, to discuss possible improvements. Ultimately, the city scrapped any plans for a playground, but some changes could still be on tap. At a meeting tonight, the city is discussing with parkgoers whether there could be areas where people could be requested to wear clothes.
We worked really, really hard to make sure that there's no legal threat to parkgoers. We made sure that the language emphasizes that it's a request to put clothes on and that people understand that they're not at any threat of indecent exposure charges if they don't.
The neighbors group wants to see more enforcement of laws on parking and behavior.
Lewd behavior, not okay. Please, city, enforce the laws that exist. That's at a minimum.
Some parkgoers say policing isn't the answer. They rather educate parkgoers on what's acceptable and what's not. And the parkgoers group says it's also working on ways to make sure that trash is cleaned up, parking is improved, and lewd conduct doesn't happen. A public hearing on the issues is set for next Thursday.